Yeah. Okay. Okay, sure. We can do it. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, call you back. Hi.
Hello, sir. Morning.
Hi. Morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
One, lawyer behalf of Jonas Stone.
I'm Yugendran from Australia Taxation Office.
Okay, how can I help you?
Okay, my client, Mrs. Stone, is a policewoman in Queensland Police Force. She also professional javelin throwing. Last year, she disclosed her income about 39,832 represent her salary. She also disclosed 136,448 from her javelin throwing activities.
However, sir, the amount of 136,448 is not reported as accessible income and no claim was made for it.
So my client was confused whether this income should be considered taxable or not.
Okay, the first thing here is there are three attributes of income. The first one is amount or sum of them represent from the gains, that from proposition 14. Second, amount or sum of them represent reward for service, that's proposition 13. And amount are a gain in which the compensation of an item that will have a character of income.
Okay.
Okay, so here to determine whether a payment is an income or not, we have a three principles. The first one, we have to consider whether the payment or is to be treated must be determined in accordance of ordinary concept and usage of mankind.
Okay.
Second, whether the payment received is income will depend on a close examination on a specific facts or by looking at the character of the payment in the hands of the recipient. The third one is the test to determine the character of a payment must be made objectively. So I have to use these three principles on Miss Joanna Stone so that I can know whether the amount income that he received or the money he received from the javelin throwing activity should be considered as a accessible income and tax.
Okay, sure.
The income of an athlete in paragraph of 26 year 1999. Here the ruling state that the business of participating in a sports include the commercial exploitation of skills developed as a pastime or hobby, and also the commercial exploitation of skills developed and used in the pursuit of sports excellence.
And how Australian government can tax her income which is she earned from javelin throwing because her profession is police woman.
Okay, as the ATO recognized, an individual may be in the business of being a professional athlete even when some of the usual indicia of being business are not present. Similarly, an athlete who undertakes training and competition in a systematic and organized fashion may similarly receive payments that are not considered as income according to ordinary concept, as there were no commercial exploitation of the skill developed of pursuing their hobby. Okay, it is difficult to establish a normative threshold of when a person carried to pursue a hobby and commence by carrying out a business. This difficulty is extrapolated when looking at artists, athletes, and authors who receive payments based on their personal attributes.
Okay.
Their activity may not be carried out with a profit motive, and indeed, even when they are commercially exploiting their skills, this often not result in a profit. The point of balance is arguable commercial exploitation. An athlete, author, or artist who is not seeking to commercially exploit their skill way fall on the side of a hobby, whereas those who have turned their talent for money may fall on the side of a business.
Okay.
Stone case, Ms. Stone has engaged a manager sought out to receive sponsorship indicating a commercial exploitation of her talent as a javelin thrower. Ms. Stone's position should be distinguished from those athletes that have no actively sought money from their talent. As TR 1999, it is important to consider the intention of an article in conduct. It is important to consider the intention of the athlete in conducting their affairs. As a consequence, an amateur athlete that merely receive a voluntary sponsorship, a payment from a local appeal company, and a grant from a AOC will most likely not consider as commercially exploiting their personal attributes. Therefore, a voluntary receipt should not characterize as income in their hands. In Stone's case, Miss Stone has received an AOC grant due to her personal attributes. However, the way she pursued the hobby may no longer be considered as to be a hobby by the ordinary person. As evident from the fact Stone case, the pursuit of fund and sponsorship from Mrs. Stone family and representative was carried out in a sporadic and impromptu fashion.
Yes.
So, as a conclusion here, even if Miss Stone activities perceived as a hobby, the throwing of javelin by the ordinary person on the street, payment arising from the commercial exploitation from her skill may still be considered as income, according to the same ordinary person.
Okay, sir.
The argument flows for the author and artist in a similar way. If a new author enjoys writing and not intending to sell their work, a voluntary grant from the government will not normally have a character of income. However, once the author or artist commences selling their work for money and seeking funds from people who wish to advertise their work for money, the voluntary payments received from the government and other sources will arguably change character and become incidental to their producing activity. So what we can understand from this, okay, even as you say, Miss Stone, her main job is a policewoman. However, her hobby, that is a javelin throwing, become a second income for her, and she earned more in that. So as from the TR 1999 and from AOC, we can see that her income from the javelin throwing, that is either a sponsorship, the prizes, or anything any amount that she get from the activity, her javelin throwing activity, should be considered as income.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello guys, today I want to surprise my wife. I've already bought a new house for her. Let's see. Let's see. Ta-da! This is our new house. What do you think?
Leonard? Dear,
Yes.
I have bad news.
About what?
I think I didn't like the house. Did you know what? The surrounding there is too bad and the house is too small for us.
Are you sure you didn't like the house?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Okay then, maybe I should just sell the house?
Yeah, I think that is a good choice.
I'm Farah. I am a HMRC officer. Despite it being one of transaction, we felt that the purchase of trade was applied because the asset was only owned for a very short periods of time. It can be assumed that the gain of the sale of the house will be considered to be a revenue gain, and therefore the receipt is taxable. In the case of Taylor versus Good, a husband purchased a property to be used as a family home. However, on seeing the house, his wife refused to live in it. So there was clearly another reason for the acquisitions and subsequent sale. There was a genuine intention by the taxpayer to live in a house rather than to make a quick profit. Therefore, based on the law, the transaction was held not to be a trading transaction. So this person, the husband, will not be taxed by the HMRC. So the case is closed. Thank you and dismissed.